Okay, class 3 students, today we will be introduced to coding. Okay, open your book, go through this video, open your book, that means your computer science book, page number 1. We will do a basic introduction of coding today. Okay, I will mark some of the pages and some of the lines which you need to be memorized. Now look at your book. Okay, let's start. Can you read these talk bubbles in your picture? No, na? Can you read these in the picture below? Yes, because you know English, that's why you can read this. This is written hello, this is written good morning. As you know English, you can read these, right? But as you do not know this language, you are not able to read this, right? Now turn to page number 2. We must know the same language to communicate with each other, right? If we want to communicate with each other, we must know the same language, otherwise we will be unable to communicate. As you know, a computer is a machine. A machine cannot understand our language, right? I have told you in the class that a machine cannot understand our language. A machine only understands its own language. It has some specific language and it only can understand its own language. So, how can we make a computer do a task? We must learn a language that computers can understand too. We can use that language to tell the computer its task. These languages are called computer languages. Okay. So, you have to know these, what is computer languages. You can mark it from here to here. Okay. Now what is coding? Coding is telling the computer its task in a computer language. If you need to perform a task by a computer, then you must instruct it. Then how could we instruct the computer? We have to tell the computer its task in a specific language that the computer knows. Okay, and that specific language is called computer language. Okay, so what is coding? You have to memorize this. What is coding? Coding is telling the computer its task in a computer language. With coding, we can make a computer do a task for us. Okay, what kind of task can a computer do for us? Additionally, learning coding help us too. As we are learning coding, we should know how the coding is going to help us. Okay, so there are some points you need to learn. How coding should help us, how coding is going to help us. Think and ask questions. Understand the problems. Think of solutions. Solve problems in many ways. Coding can help in solving our problems in many ways. Okay, it can help us in thinking of a solution of any problem. It also can help us understanding a problem. Okay, break down a big problem into smaller parts to solve it easily. Learn how to decide what to do in different situations. Learn how to decide what to do and when. The coding can help us in these ways. Okay, now move to page number 3. We must start with block-based coding to learn how to code. But why? Why we should learn block-based coding? Using block-based coding, we can easily remember the color-coded code blocks. Okay, the code blocks are differently colored, so we can memorize the color-coded code blocks easily. Okay, code with a simple drag and drop method. We can code without worrying about the rules of the language. Okay, we can be future ready if we learn coding. Learn to code while having fun. We can express ourselves by making digital cards or apps. So these are some points that why should we use block-based coding. Okay, now move to page number 4. Block-based coding is a visual programming. Do you know what is visual programming? Visual programming is a programming language that lets humans describe processes using illustrations. Okay, in this we use colorful blocks. In visual programming we actually use colorful blocks. These colorful blocks are the instructions for the computer. Okay, we use them to make the computer do a task. In 2003, MIT first introduced the block coding language. You can mark on your book according to the page number as I have marked in mine. Okay, in block based coding you join blocks just like Lego. Now exploring code.org. It's time to start your journey. You will be learning block based coding on a platform called code.org. So where we are going to learn the block based coding? We are going to learn the block based coding on a platform called code.org. Code.org is an educational platform where we learn to code. Now move to page number 5. Okay, at first you have to go to code.org. Okay, then how can we go to code.org? We have to open Google Chrome at first, and there we have to type a link in the address bar. This link we have to type https://code.org/. Okay, we have to type this in the address bar. Then we have to sign in. We will get a sign in button there and we have to sign in. You also need a email ID to sign in. Now move to page number 13. You might have a question in your mind that why are we leaving the pages in between? Actually these are the pages which we will learn when we will be in a computer lab. We will do in the practical that pages. Okay, no need to study that pages now. Now move to command. What is command? We are talking about command. Then what is command? A command is an instruction to the computer to do something. Command means order. Okay, we have to give an order to the computer to do something. You need to memorize this. See the picture below. What instruction is the woman giving to her dog? Instructing the dog to sit. The woman is instructing the dog to sit. Similarly, we can give commands to a computer to do a task. Okay, in block based programming the blocks are the commands. In block based programming you will see blocks there. Okay, and those blocks will be the commands for the computer. We use the code blocks to give commands to a computer. Please, do you know how stories are made? The 5 main elements that make up a story are characters, setting, time, problem and solution. Okay, you need characters for story. The characters may be people, animal or objects that appear in the story. Setting, the place where the story happens. Time, when the story takes place. Problem, the issue to be solved in the story. And the solution, the action taken to be solved the problem. Now move to page number 14. Can you guess who the character in the picture is? It is Humpty Dumpty. I guess you all have learned about Humpty Dumpty in the lower classes, right? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, right? Do you remember what happened to Humpty Dumpty? Yes, he had a great fall. It is a character. Humpty Dumpty is a character. Okay. In coding, there are also 2 characters. I think all of you know these 2 characters. This is Tom and this is Jerry, the famous 2 cartoon characters. Okay. A character in coding is called a sprite. A character in coding is called a sprite. You should mark this. Okay, and you should learn the name of the character. The character of the coding is called a sprite. In the picture above, Santa and the elves are the sprites. Okay, in coding, a sprite is a character that can interact with each sprites or with the user. What we can do with these sprites? We can change the costume. We can change their costume. Costume means their dresses. We can change their dresses, location or color of the sprite. Add and control the behavior of a sprite. We also can control the behavior of a sprite, and the behavior is how a sprite interacts with other sprites or with the user. We can change these also. Okay, up to these for this class, and the next pages will be for the practical class. Okay, we will need these pages in the practical class. We will do it in the practical class. Okay, up to these for today. Page number 16.